Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. There is a fascinating Baal HaTurim in the beginning of Parshas Emor. The Baal HaTurim says that we find that the Torah has a smichus of the psukim of Emor el HaKohanim. Speak to the Kohanim how they should be careful in different halachas that apply to them. And right before that, it speaks about the Oiv and Yedoni. The Oiv or Yedoni are the different forms of witchcraft or whatever, something like that, where people go to feel good, to find out for the future or how life will be. What's the connection between Emor el HaKohanim and the Yisurim of Oiv el Yedoni and Yedoni? Says the Baal HaTurim, She'im Toimru, if a person, Rahman al-Islam, is stumbling, he's lost. He says to himself, I'm worried about the future. Who can I ask about the future? Says the Torah, don't go to Oiv Yedoni. Who should you go? Emor el HaKohanim. Harei lecha kohen. You have a kohen. A kohen is special. Sheyisha lecha b'urim tumim. In the good old times, the kohen was able to ask the urim v'tumim and tell you where you're heading. So that's what the Torah is telling us. Don't get lost and plunge it and do things on your own. Always remember that there is a kohen that you could ask the urim v'tumim and stay tamim tiyam Hashem alikecha. Have this simple, genuine tmimus and belief in HaKadosh Baruch Hu and have it through the kohen. And that is similar to what it says in Tanchuma, V'isha isha ki yiyah behem oiv or yedoni. If Rahman al-Islam, a person went to ask a oiv or yedoni, and right after that says the pasuk, the Tanchuma, Emor el HaKohanim, Amar Rab Levi, Yafa haya lisho ba'urim v'tumim ha'amurim lamata v'loi ba'oiv ha'amurim lamayla. The Rab Levi explains this idea too, that a person should always know he should turn to his rebbe, to the kohen, and ask what should be done, and not chas v'shalom turn to false and shtusim like Oiv Yedoni. Very powerful. Earlier in Parshas Vayeshev, we find that the Torah says that when the brothers took Yosef and threw him into the pit, so Reuven, the pasuk says, Vayashav Reuven el habar, v'hine ein Yosef babar. Reuven comes back to the pit. He didn't realize his brothers sold him, and he sees that Yosef is gone. Vayikras begadav. He rips his clothes, tears his clothes. Vayashav el achiv. He goes back to his brothers. Vayomer. He says, I'm shocked. Hayel aleinani anenu. Vani ana aniva. Where was he the whole time? So Rashi says, Haya asuk b'sakoi v'tainisoi. Reuven wasn't there during the time that they sold Yosef, because he was busy fasting and sitting in sacks for asking for a kapara for something bad that he did. What did he do? Al shel bilbel yitzuei aviv. That he confused, he tricked his father's yitzuim, and therefore for that he asked for kapara. He was busy davening, fasting, so he was not there right then and there when it happened. And therefore they sold it to him, and because he was not there, he was lost. So some Mefarshim say there's obviously a connection between the first Aveira that he did and this Aveira of Mechiras Yosef. And that's why it was able to be done, and that's why he took it so much to heart. What is it? What is the connection? So the explanation is like this. There is a question. By Mechiras Yosef, the brothers sold Yosef. Perhaps they were right. Why were they right? Their brothers were tzaddikei olam. They had a bezdin. They sat down together as a bezdin, as the best bezdin in the world you could find, the shvatim. They sat down together as a bezdin, and they al pi koyach haTorah shalahem, they came to a maskana. This gentleman Yosef is chayav misa. So if they came to this maskana, are chayiv misa. Them as the most greatest bezdin you could find, the 10 shvatim. What do you want from them? They ruled based on what they felt al pi halacha is chayiv misa. They missed out on one major point. The major point is they're a phenomenal bezdin. They are a great bezdin. They're a dynamite bezdin. But there's a Yaakov Avinu. There is their father Yaakov, the rebbe. Why would you not ask your rebbe? Why did you not ask your rebbe? Why did you take matters in your own hand? So Reuven comes back and says to himself, uh-oh, my brothers just did the same mistake I made. I see how bad my mistake was, that I took matters in my own hand. I did not ask my father what was right, what was wrong, and I'm Reuven. In my seichel, in my koyach HaTorah, it made sense. But when there is a rebbe, Yaakov Avinu, you don't do anything without Yaakov Avinu. And because he did that, it taught his other brothers to behave the same way. So they also sit down as a bezdin, paskin that Yosef is Rahman al-Litzlan chayiv misa. Yaakov Avinu, the Gadol Ador, the Rebbe is here. You don't ask, and they ship him away. That's what bothered Reuven. How hard he took it on himself because he sees that this is his own actions. So if there's a oiv, there's a yodoni, there's koyach HaTorah that you think you have, but there's a kohen, there's a rebbe, there's a Yaakov Avinu. That's where you have to go. You cannot take it on your own shoulders. And that's the koyach of the Nasi Hadar in every generation.